What's up friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing this really sultry, smoky, blue glittery look that would be perfect for New Year's Eve. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, let's get into it. Alright, so I've done my foundation and my brows are on. I've primed my eyes so we could just go straight into eyeshadow. I'm going to be going in with this Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. Looks like this on the inside. I think I'm going to go in with a mix of these two shades here. Just going to be taking that on a big fluffy brush and I'm going to be running that in the crease as a transition shade. Alright, so then I'm going to take a more tapered blending brush and I'm going to go into this shade right here. And I'm going to be popping that into the crease. I had a couple of makeup looks in mind for Christmas, but I just got so busy with work and just like buying presents and stuff like that. I just never got around to sitting down and filming, which sucks because I really wanted to film the makeup looks that I had in mind, and I didn't even like take any photos or anything like that when I did do my makeup. But also I did get kind of sick. I'm still getting over a cold. Everyone in my house had a cold and then everyone at work had a cold, so I think I just got it from everyone else. And yeah, so a couple days ago, like for Christmas, my voice was kind of raspy and I was just coughing a lot and my nose was dry from blowing it so much, and it just didn't feel like being in front of a camera, so I just didn't really film at all. If you work in the service industry, you know that holidays are not the time to relax and it's just basically a marathon. Like every single day is a big party or a big event, and it's just really busy, like nonstop, and that's how it was at my work. I work pretty close to a ton of really big companies, and sometimes they like rent out the entire space at my work and we just host holiday parties for them. So I forgot to tell you, I just went into this dark brown shade here with a smaller blending brush and I just put that kind of in the lower crease below where we put that orange shade, and I'm just blending it out into that crease shade. I really want to dip into the matte blue in this palette, so I'm just going to use this dark brown as like a transition. Oh yeah, so I work near a bunch of big companies and they kind of just come in and rent out the entire space. We host holiday parties for those companies, and you know, it's just open bar for them for 4, 5, 6 hours, and it's a lot. So I pretty much worked every day, like from opening to closing, and I just didn't really have any energy to do anything else. All right, so now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna take this NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil in Black Bean, and I'm gonna be putting this all over the lid to act as like a base for that blue shade. And I like doing this just so that it doesn't show up patchy on the lid or anything like that. It'll just give the color a good base to stick to. I'm going to be taking a flat shader brush and I'm going to go into this matte blue shade here. And I'm just going to coat the brush really well. And then I'm going to pat that all over where we put that Black Bean eyeshadow pencil. And I'm just going to go in patting motions for this, just so that we get the eyeshadow to stick down to the base. And then I'm going to bring that up to the crease a little bit just so that we can blend it into that dark brown. I'm going to take that brush that I used to apply that dark brown and I'm just going to blend that blue into the crease shade. I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and blend that upward just a bit. I'm just dipping a little bit into that dark brown that we put into the crease and just blending that blue out really nicely. You just want all the colors to fade into each other pretty seamlessly, so the best way to do that is just to go back and forth between brushes and just blend everything together. So honestly, you could just clean up the edges and leave the smoky eye like this and just leave it as a matte smoky eye. I think that would look really pretty, but since we're going to be doing this for New Year's Eve, I'm going to take it one step further and put a little bit of glitter. I'm just going to take the NYX Glitter Primer. I'm going to concentrate this just right above where my pupil is, but I'm going to blend it outwards as well. So I'm going to make sure that I'm looking straight for this, and I'm just going to dab this all over the lid, concentrating it where my pupil is. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Make sure that you're looking straight. And I'm just going to keep this on the lid and take it just under the crease. All right, so now I'm going to be taking this Colourpop SuperShock shadow in Lit Ear. And just this really pretty deep blue shade with blue glitters in it. Super pretty. It just came out in their New Year's Eve release, and I'm just going to be taking that on my finger and tapping it over where we put that eyeshadow primer. So I'm just keeping that in the center of the lids. I'm not going too far into the inner corner or too far out. It's gonna be kind of like a halo eye, but it's not gonna be really obvious because it's pretty much the same color. So then I'm gonna go in with my MAC Pro-Longwear concealer, and you really wanna highlight the face with dark smoky eyes like this, just because you don't wanna look dead. Blue and green eyeshadows, they kind of bring out the darkness in your under eyes. So I would suggest going in with like a really full coverage brightening concealer with looks like this. And take the beauty blender and really clean up this edge here. And in order to really make sure that the under eye area is going to be super bright, I'm just going to go in with my Ulta banana powder, and I'm going to pat that everywhere that I put the concealer. Alright, so now that that's done, we're going to move on to the lower lash line. I'm just going to take this shade here, and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the Flower Beauty Vinylize Glossy Gel Eyeliner in Black Vinyl, and I'm going to tightline my eyes with this. And I know this looks really creepy, but you don't want any skin to be visible on your lash line. It just really completes the look, honestly, when you're doing like a darker shade on the lid. So I just put that on the lower waterline, and then I smudged it along the lower lash line as well. And I'm just going to be taking that matte dark blue eyeshadow from the palette, and I'm going to be smudging it over that black eyeliner that I put on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to smudge that out with that medium brown shade. Alright, so then I'm going to be taking my NYX eyeshadow pencil in Milk. I'm going to pop that into the inner corners just to brighten things up. Alright, and then I'm going to be taking a flat shader brush, and I'm going to take this shade right here. This is called Kaleidoscope. It almost has like a bluish flip to it, like a bluish green. So I'm just going to be popping that into the inner corner just to brighten everything up and to tie the look together. So I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm just going to be taking my L'Oreal Lineur Intense eyeliner in Carbon Black. And I'm not going to do a wing, I'm just going to draw a line on my upper lash line. And then for mascara, I'm just going to be using same thing that I always use, the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. I'm going to do a really good coat. Well, I always do a really good coat, but I don't wear falsies, so... But definitely if you want to wear falsies, I think falsies would look really pretty with this look. So we're going to move on to face. And I'm going to take the Colourpop SuperShock Cheek in Wisp. I'm just gonna put that on the tops of the cheek with a big fluffy brush and a little bit on the forehead. I'm gonna take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer on a big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to bronze up the skin. Blend that into the hairline, up to the temples. I'm just gonna go in and chisel out the cheekbones just a bit. And then I'm going to go in with the butter bronzer to contour my nose. So for blush, I'm going to be taking this Japanesque, I think it's Kumadori blush brush. And then I'm going to be taking the NARS blush in Intensely. It's this really nice orangey peach color. You never want to forget to spray your face, especially if you're going to a party such as New Year's Eve, if you're going to be dancing a lot and you're going to be sweating. Definitely don't forget to set your makeup. While that's drying, I'm going to go into the Colourpop Luster Dust highlighter in Know Me, and I'm just gonna take whatever is on the cap and I'm gonna put that on while this setting spray is still a bit damp, and I'm just gonna pop that on, ooh, to the cheekbones. And this look, like the glittery eyes and the pop-in highlight, like this is gonna be so crazy when the light hits you, especially if you're going to a club. It's gonna look really, really pretty in the lights. And see what a difference that highlighter looks like. Know me, you don't know me. Know me, you don't know me. I'm gonna take that on a flat shader brush and I'm just gonna put it just under the arch of the brow and blend it out with my finger. If there's ever a time to be extra, it's New Year's Eve. So I'm just gonna be taking a little bit of RCMA No Color Powder. I'm dipping that onto my Beauty Blender and I'm just gonna clean up the sides of my contour. And I should have done this actually before I sprayed my face the first time. But I just now remembered, so. I love the effect that this gives the contour line. Like I love just like the fact that it cleans it up so well. I can never get these two sides even, no matter how hard I concentrate. Well, it's actually not that bad. If you get your bronzer a little lower than you would like on your contour line, then it's just a good trick just to clean it up with a beauty blender and some translucent powder. I don't bake it all, I just like smear it down the sides of my cheeks and dust it away right away. But it makes a huge difference. It just really defines your contour line even more. Spray the face one more time, just to set that second highlight shade. I'm gonna go in with this Dose of Colors Lip It Up, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure these are called the Lip It Up satin lipsticks. This is in the shade Toast. Just gonna take a little bit of highlighter on the Cupid's bow. And then I'm gonna take this ultra glossy lip from Kathleen x Colourpop in the shade Moonchild, and I'm just gonna top off that lipstick. Alright you guys, so that is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you made it to the end, and subscribe so that we can hang out all the time. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. So extra.